Hi everybody, Matt Likes Comics here, and I'm at Big B's Comics in Barrie, Ontario. As you can see up here, nice big sign. I'm here on vacation, and this is my hometown, so I've decided to stop at the comic store that is here. Let's take a look in here. Wow, right off the bat, there's this big $2 comics thing with some, he's got a comic spinner rack. Of course he does. That's absolutely awesome. He's got an area here that has a bunch of, looks like children's books and manga type stuff. That's really cool. I like to see those. Some stuff here. Let's take a quick look here at the $2 boxes. They look like they're in alphabetical order. We've got some Avengers here. Avengers, Aquaman. That might make it home. Aquaman. More Aquaman. Let's see what's over here in, it's like Batman 66. Very nice stuff. You know, somebody pulled out a Ghost Rider book earlier. That looks really cool. Black Adam. Well, let's go this way so we can end with the comics. But this $2 comics bins looks like quite a bit. There's even some magazines here, Heavy Metal and Mad magazines, and $10. That's really cool. We'll have to flip through the Mads. There's a couple I'm looking for. Here, of course, are some of those DC books that have been recently sent as, they've been reprinting them in these smaller sizes to have everybody make it easier to buy. Look, All-Star Superman there. I bought half the actual floppies and read them. Oh, there's The Woman of Tomorrow. For those that don't know, that was the book they based the plot on the Supergirl movie for, which unfortunately didn't do as well as I'd hoped. Over here we've got toys. Very cool. And look, we've got a Star Wars section of action figures. And some display cases with older toys. Very nice. If you're into toys, this might be a place to be. The people here at Big B, the people who run the store, I believe one of them is an Overstreet person. So one of those, similar to the good old my friend Steven, the advisors, of course. Well, what do we got here? Looks like some wrestling ones. I know a lot of you out there like the wrestlers. And here's some superheroes. We've got G.I. Joes, new and older ones that are off card and put in little bags. There's a lot of good stuff here. Their website doesn't even begin to describe what they've got here by the looks of things. And there's the Superman Masterpiece Edition statue. And here's Masters of the Universe. This is the latest of the carded ones that came out. Skeletor. Until next time. And we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This looks like the new comics area, based on all the books there. And I'm seeing an issue Supergirl variant that I do not have that I may be picking up. This looks very nice. You gotta admit. And it looks like we've got manga over here and a very, very large selection of manga based on what's looking here. Certainly bigger than any of the stores in Ottawa have at the current time. Even though my friend Nefarious Comics has a few, he only has about 2 shelves worth. And this looks like it's the complete comic sets. So if you're unlike me and you buy them issue by issue, it looks like here you could be able to get them all in one shot, which would probably be a smart thing to do if I was planning better. Oh, we've got some pulps up here. And some of the old first editions from the 70s. And a couple of the treasuries. Look at those monsters at the top. Those are amazing. And, well, look, we taking a look over here. We've got a ton of graphic novels. I'm seeing Hush, Nightfall off the top of there, New Frontier, Doctor Doom books, the Epic Collection, Invincible, Punisher, all your wonderful things. Everything that everybody's tried to do over the years. And that's just the superhero section. Wow, this is huge. I don't think I've ever seen a bigger collection of these in a long time. There's Dork for those that missed, like me, who have missed out on the first few issues, and if you want to collect them together. Void Rivals down here. All the oh, there's a lot of Spawn. I'm beginning to wish I lived in this town. Again. I left in '79, way too soon for this store. There's the Woman of Tomorrow, Watchmen, 5 Gears. Now, on this side, here we go. This is what we're looking for. This is the Digger's Paradise. Starting here, let's take a look here. Some Avengers books. Just quickly put that, we'll put that back in the spot in a minute here. Conan. And I left my list in the car, but I'll be getting that shortly. Very cool. Very cool. Incredible. Oh, here's some Justice League. Justice League is awesome. As we all know. Oh, that's an Amazon one. Zatanna on the cover. Black Canary. We all know how much I like those guys. And the Wall comics. What do we got here? A lot of Amazing Spider-Man. All of them from the early, early numbers. 1 to 50. By looks, oh, yeah, there's 49 over there in the corner. Got some great ones. And of course, if everybody knows, we've seen this Son of Satan books once before, and we've seen this Alien Worlds once before, haven't we? If you're a regular watcher of the channel. There's a 8.0 Poison Ivy, and I'm assuming that has the centerfold in it, based on the price. That is amazing. As you all know how hard that is to come across, and we've got more on this side. This place has a lot of books. And there's the first full, although they call it the first cover appearance of Red Sonja. Everyone says it's a cameo in 23, and we all know she's on there for a page and a half. That's more than a cameo. But that's an argument for another day. We've had that argument 4 or 5 times now, so very cool. And I'd like to introduce to you Brent. Hi, Brent.
Hi.
Can you tell me a little bit about the store, how long it's been in business, and how it's managed to become a comic Overstreet advisor?
So the Overstreet advisor is my boss, Mark, who's the owner of the store. He's not here right now, or else he'd probably give you all that information. He, as far as he's told me, he's never had like a job other than this. I think he worked at a factory for like a couple weeks, and it wasn't for him, so he ended up doing this for a living for like from then until now. So he knows his stuff when it comes to the comics. Like, and I'm not just saying that because he's my boss. Like, every time something comes in here, I'll see him flip through stuff, and like he also has this mutant power, so to speak, of being able to like knowing if a comic's like an older comic's missing a center page or stuff just by weight, like in his hand.
Impressive. That is
like
impressive.
I've seen it in action, and it's like kind of spooky when it happens. But yeah.
So how long has the store been open?
So we have been open at this location now for just over 4 years. We were on the other side of the highway here in Barrie for 14, 15.
Yeah,
I've been
I
here
visited your old store the last time I was in
okay,
town.
there you go.
It threw me off when I was looking up today that
Because
like,
it's
oh,
on
you
the
got a
same
new,
street, but it's the
yeah,
opposite direction.
exactly. You're
Yep.
on a different area. It was had to go back. I lived in Barrie when I was very young,
Oh,
but I
okay.
had to go back in my mind, and I ended up using Google Find. So,
Yeah.
so what are your favorite type of books to read?
I'm a mixed bag. I like superhero stuff, but if we're talking about stuff that I look forward to, like on a super like or semi regular basis, anything Brubaker and Phillips puts out, so Reckless or Criminal, whenever it comes out. Unfortunately, it's not on any sort of like regular schedule. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm also a big fan of Jeff Darrow's stuff.
Right.
So, Shaolin Cowboy, whenever he gets around to doing stuff. What else am I reading? I actually really like the Energon universe stuff that's coming out of Image right now,
Right.
like Transformers, Void Rivals. Now that they've added ROM, since I'm old and remember ROM from the
A lot of
Marvel
my viewers,
era.
a lot of my viewers remember ROM.
Yeah,
They've
so like that gets me a little excited, and they're doing it. It's weird because it's a very corporate set of books. They're all made out of toy lines,
mhm.
but how they've been introducing the various toy lines within the books is really natural and organic.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like that stuff, and pretty much anything Daniel Warren Johnson does. Like Chinkata comes out in the fall. I'm really looking forward to that. Anything before that, like his run on Transformers was really good. Do a Power Bomb is an amazing book.
So what would you say sells the best here?
Absolute books right
Yeah.
now. Like if we're talking single issues, Absolute Batman especially
Yes.
is the number one selling comic in the store, and it's for us. It's been a very good boom for just new readers, guys coming in, and like we still get them. Like that book has been out for like what now 2 years, I guess. We're in
Just
the
about 2 years.
Yeah. So we still get people coming in looking for it, and they'll come in different combinations. They'll come in like looking for the graphic novels, or they'll look for they'll like get as many of the single issues as they can. DC's been actually pretty solid at having different printings available, and we try to keep them available because we sell them on the regular. So
Mm-hmm.
it's been pretty awesome to watch new guys come in here who are just interested in like reading. They're not looking at like the collector value of it necessarily or anything like that. They just think it sounds cool and they want to read what it is.
Well, the consensus that we are finding that for fans probably 18 to 25 right now, they're just getting into comics. Absolute Batman 1 is their Action Comics 1, or their X-Men 94, or their giant size X-Men, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I would definitely agree with all that.
That's wonderful. And do you guys plan? Does the store go to places like Fan Expo, or does any other conventions?
No, we used to do like the strict comic shows, like where it was just comic dealers, and we found that it was a lot of work for not as much like return these days. We've become kind of a destination place where people know that we have really good books, especially if you're looking for wall books and like keys and stuff like that. So like we would pack all this up to take to a show, and then like the store would be kind of empty. So, and like it's theft at these shows has started to become a lot more.
Yeah,
I've
heard some stories from Montreal Comic Con last year.
Yeah, it's a shame. Like it sucks, but it's right now it's the nature of doing business. So we just kind of stay home and just let people know where we are.
My understanding is some of these bigger cons in the United States are now have security walking the floor on a regular basis, which is kind of too bad because that kind of ruins the hobby for everybody.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I love, it's positivity in the hobby and spreading the love of comic books, and just guys like that who just ruin everything for everybody else.
Yeah, it's unfortunately it's become more and more a thing. And but you just try to, like you said, try to stay positive about it. There's lots of good in comics too, and
well, thank you, Brent. I'm just going to take a quick shot of, as everybody can see up there, all of the graded comics that are up. They've got an entire lining around the store of graded comics.
More on our website.
And they have more on their website. Their website, I have checked out a few things. I'm going to put a link to the website in the description of this video. I am now going to go searching around for my personal stuff, and I'll see you back at the house with some what I buy. Thank you very much. And I'm back home from my trip. I had a great time in Barrie. I saw my family, and I got to go to the comic store. That's probably the third time I went to that comic store in my life. The other location was where I went before. So it was really nice to see this location. This place was fun. Talking with Brent afterwards for quite a bit afterwards was fun. But I also bought some books. I went slightly over my budget this time, but not too much. And the only reason I went over my budget, you'll see at the end. But this is pretty cool. I'm going to start with the books that I picked out of the $2 bin, because they're $2 bins, you know, they're my fun, they're my things I do, you know, and all that other stuff. So this is a Charlton book that I picked up. I've said before, I've wanted to get more Charlton books because I liked the company. The company has a fun history. They had a lot of great talent that worked for them over the years. So I was glad to pick up a couple of romance books out of the $2 bin. They're not the greatest shape. They're a little spine rolled or whatever. But the fact is, they're going to make for some good reading. And they have nice covers, and I thought I'd show them off. This is Love Diary 84. And this is Love and Romance number 13. It's a beach cover. What was cool is that when we were in Barrie, we also, my family and I also went to a beach that's a really popular beach in downtown Barrie. So, you know, it felt appropriate to get a beach book when I was there too. But, you know, the two covers, I don't know what it is about them, but I like those romance books, and I like Charlton, so I went with them. Next up, a series I didn't realize, I should have known, but I didn't realize existed, so I bought well, it's not the first issue of the series, but it's a 6-issue miniseries. This is number 4 of Ambush Bug, Year None. I didn't realize that this existed because my history of the 2000s, because this is 2008, is not the greatest. So now that I know this is here, I'm going to be on very shortly to see if I can get the other 5 issues. Because if it's Ambush Bug, I have to have it. Because I get these books and I feel as snug as a bug in a rug. Still working on that little demon run ever since Steven sent me the first probably a good chunk of the series. This is Demon number 10, which has Phantom Stranger on the cover, and I'm looking forward to putting this run finished together. I will chip at it as I go, but I'm going to enjoy working on it. Once I get around to reading it, because I keep buying things, silly me, I'm going to do a video on the character and show parts of this series with the covers. Because this has been really good, and this has been a lot of fun to try and get them. It gives me hope that there are always still things to find. But wait till the end of the video. The last one that I bought outside of the $2 bin is this Draculina Blood Simple number 5. I got number 6 at the sale at Myths, Legends, and Heroes not too long ago. So when I saw issue 5, I thought, well, I've already got one. Might as well get another. And face it, Draculina's awesome. For some strange reason, this is a good one. Next up is the books that I got out of the bigger bins, the bins on the side, the ones that had, like the books that were a little more. The first one I got was this. This is Star Spangled War Stories number 175, and it's an early unknown soldier story. I like 20-cent books, especially from DC. I saw this. I just like the cover of the unknown soldier hanging off of the side of the wall on a rope while the Germans are shooting at him. And then there is the searchlight on the unknown soldier. It looks really cool. I don't know if this means he's trying to break in a stalag or what. I can't wait to read the story and find out. It excites me. The next three I was very happy to find, and for reasonable prices, considering. These are three towards my run of Conan. I was able, this is now my earliest book from the run. This is Conan 9, Barrie Windsor Smith. And this is Conan 17. I think this is the first Gil Kane cover for Conan, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Because I'm pretty sure Barrie Windsor Smith did the first 16 and 18. But this one has Gil Kane's signature GK on it, so I know it's Gil's. But still, I've got two under 20. And I paid $20 for the two. So I was very happy. And the other thing that I was happy about this Conan run is that I was able to get one closer to the end. This is number 270. My biggest number for this run was 266. So finding one of the low print issues was very, very, very happy for. And this is why I keep going. Because as usual, they had a long run of Conan, but these three were the only ones in the bin that I didn't have. So I was excited to get three that I didn't have. 2 books to go. I bought this off the New Comic Rack because this is a Supergirl variant that I do not have. And I find she looks very, very cute in it. I'm not sure who did this cover. It's got Leinx as the, could be a C, as the signature. I should have looked it up before I did this. But I think this is a very cute cover, and I'm glad I got it. I buy those Supergirl variants as I see them because they're fun. But this is cool. After we talked, Brent mentioned that, you know, if you're looking for any book, just tell me. We got tons in the back that are worth a few dollars more than like our $20, anything over $20. We keep them in the back. So if you're looking for anything specific, just tell us. And as I said, well, what have you got in Action Comics, right? After 252, I said, I'm working on getting all the Supergirl ones. So he pulled out a stack about this big, of which I had 4 or 5 of them. But, I managed to find, this was the 7th appearance of Supergirl. And the 5th in Action Comics. This is Action Comics 256 from September 1959. I got this one. Anytime you can get a 10-cent Action Comics, especially from 1950s, it's probably a 1/5 to 2/5 shape. But they said any major issues they would write on the back, and some of them had this like cover detached or whatever. They had notes. This had no notes, so I decided to go with this one at the price. So the cover's attached, and it's slightly it's been well loved, but I don't care. Getting your hands on a book like this is really cool, and this is the reason why I went over my budget slightly. Because I went exactly $25 over my budget. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe below. Please tell me which ones you like the best. Whether it was, please tell me if you like this series where I'm going around the various comic stores. I've done a couple now, and I plan on doing a few more of these. I did the flea market not too long back. And I did my local store when they did their dollar sale. And I plan on doing a few more like this. Ottawa Comic Con is coming up in September. I'm going to be doing videos based out of there. Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and I are doing a panel on the Friday night. I think at 4 p.m., so it's more Friday afternoon. It's pretty early in the con, but I mean, you take the time they give you, and I'm quite grateful to have it. And if you were planning on going to the Ottawa Comic Con, I will have the information in the description below. Thank you all for coming tonight. Yes. Thank you all for watching this video today. My name's Matt. I like comics. And on behalf of my friend Ryan Jordan and myself at Nefarious Comics, thank you very much for stopping by. I like comics, and I hope you do too. Bye, everybody.